So we are here with second episode of Margdarshika, an initiative to guide newly qualified chartered accountants to carry on with their professional and personal lives ahead. So now I would like to request all of you to rise for ICI motto.
य एष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति य एष सुप्तेषु जाग्रति कामं 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 कामपुरुषो पुरुषो निर्मिमाणः निर्मिमाणः तदेव शुक्रं तद्ब्रह्मा तद्ब्रह्मा तदेवामृतमुच्यते तस्मिन् लोकः शतः सर्वे तदूनात्यपि कश्चन एतद्द्वैता 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 एतद्द्वैता.
We recently had a session on how to pursue for other professional courses after being a chartered accountant. Now we will have a second episode on how to carry on with our career in field of direct access. So as I earlier said कि चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट बनने की बात के बाद वो 5 मिनट की खुशी होती है, बट वो 5 मिनट की खुशी के बाद जो 5,000 सवाल अपने मन में उमड़ते हैं कि हम क्या करेंगे आगे. जैसे बीइंग अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट स्टूडेंट, अ फाइनल स्टूडेंट, मुझे पता है कि देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स टू लर्न इन आवर करिकुलम, बट देयर इज इवन मोर to learn after being a chartered accountant. So here we are with our second episode of Margdarshika. Ahmedabad branch of ICI is always ahead to help the students and students who become chartered accountants. And if we talk about branch of ICI, Ahmedabad branch of ICI, we need to talk about the chairman of the branch, who is CA Fanil Shah sir, under whose leadership many programs have been conducted, and this being one of them. And yes, I would like to request now Fanil Shah sir to convey his speech, to present his words of wisdom.
On behalf of Ahmedabad branch of WRC of ICEI, it gives me an immense pleasure to welcome the speaker who is going to be the mentor to guide us. Also, Mr. Jaiprakash Motwani, Vice Chairman of Vikasa Ahmedabad, and other coordinators who actively played a very pivotal role in managing this mentoring series named Margdarshika. Friends, at the outset, I would like to congratulate you all on clearing your Chartered Accountancy examination. And now you are from a CA student, now you are a CA member. And I'm very happy to see all of you CA students entering a profession as a CA member. And also, I'm very happy that we felicitated you soon after your examination in order to be a part in your celebration as becoming a chartered accountant. But friends, our journey, your journey with branch does not just end by celebrating the success, but the helping hand of branch is always there to guide you whenever needed. And when I met you all during this felicitation function, you all were asking various questions. That is, sir, whether we should go for job or we go for practice. If we go for job, sir, whether we should go in CA firm or we go into an industry. Sir, if we go in CA firm, whether we should go in a CA firm who is into domestic practice or we should go in big fours. So all this plenty of questions were there. If you were to venture into practice, whether to venture into indirect tax, into direct tax, which are the opportunities in the times to come. So all this plethora of questions were there. And at that point of time, if you remember, I told that we will have a mentoring series. And yes, friends, This is the time has came where you are virtually going to attend various mentoring sessions, and I am confident that it is going to help you to decide the right course for your CA profession to come in the future times. Friends, we have so learned mentor speakers with us that they will guide you from A to Z in a brief so that you get an overview and then you can dive more into that. And apart from that, friends, I can say that ultimately the mentors are going to guide you that in whichever field you want to go, how you enter, how you make your entry in that particular field. Then for a time you enter, you try to survive in that field, and then later on strategies by which you can grow in that particular field. And also we are going to have sessions like, if I want to pursue for IIM after CA, what to be done? Are there any professional degrees, domestic and overseas, which I can do after becoming a CA so that it gives me an edge when I compare to my other chartered accountant friends? So this is the ultimate purpose of this Margdarshika mentoring series, and I hope that it turns out to be a fruitful asset. You invest in watching this video. I hope that this video, the mentoring given by respected learned members and faculties, turn out to be a ray of hope and clarity in the darkness of doubts to come. I wish you best of luck, and again I congratulate on clearing your chartered accountancy examination, and God bless you all, and may success be a journey and not just a destination. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Fanil Shah sir. Now we carry on with our program with direct access. So we have today with us CA Divyang Shah, who is a practicing chartered accountant having a main practice of appeal since 2010. He has served as a member of different committees of Ahmedabad branch of WRC of ICI in different years from 2012 to till date. And he had also remained a member of Direct Tax Committee for giving a post-budget memorandum of Finance Act 2016. He had remained a faculty at certificate course conducted by Institute of Chartered Accountants of India for their members. Sir has been a faculty at GMCS course conducted by branch of WRC of ICI. Also a faculty in MSOP training at Ahmedabad chapter of ICI. Former visiting faculty at HL Institute of Commerce, and last but not the least, former visiting faculty at BK Majumdar Institute of Business Administration. Yes, सर वैसे डायरेक्ट टैक्स मेरे फाइनल स्टूडेंट होने के नाते मुझे ये पता है कि डायरेक्ट टैक्स जब नाम आता है, जब पढ़ते हैं उसमें ही इतना सारा कंफ्यूजन होता है कि हम लोग क्या पढ़े, क्योंकि उसमें इतना डाइवर्सिफाइड स्ट्रक्चर है. So I very well expect and I very well know कि being a chartered accountant, after being a chartered accountant, उसमें कितने सारे confusions होंगे और कितने सारे questions होंगे या कितने सारे queries या doubts होंगे लोगों के मन में. So today I hope all the doubts and confusions of newly qualified chartered accountants get sorted here. So yes, Divyang sir, over to you now. Thank you so much. Also, I welcome you on board. Yes, thank you so much. Over to you.
So first of all, thank you to Ahmedabad branch and our very vibrant and very active chairman Fanil sir, and also thanks to Jay Prakash for giving me this opportunity. Without wasting the time, first of all, congratulations to every newly qualified chartered accountant who just cleared their examination. Very congratulations, because you have cleared one path or one level, but don't consider it to be a last level from where you cannot grow your knowledge. So first, my request to everyone, don't be arrogant, don't be in a scenario that yes, I have known everything because I got a tag of a CA. That is not the scenario. A lot of knowledge is there which is unlimited. At the end of your life, you cannot complete everything. So keep reading, keep updating yourself. That's the first suggestion from my side. Now, I'm just taking a few of the queries normally which I received. If you had a query, you can post the same via link which shall be shared by the Jay Prakash. So okay, first question will be there, whether I should explore the direct taxes or not. First of all, see, amongst the most practicing chartered accountant, one of the main area of practice is the direct tax, because in many years that is not the excise or VAT or service tax was not the area. So obviously you can do that, but my request, if you have a keen interest in the direct tax, would like to know much more about that things, then only enter into that field. If you don't find it interesting, I would request don't enter into them, because I have seen if you don't have interest, you cannot be a perfect, you cannot be at top of the knowledge pillar. So if you're interested, then please go ahead, don't otherwise. Okay, second thing, okay, one should join a job or the practicing, he should start a CA firm, his own. First of all, see if your articleship, okay, fine. First of all, basic thing, when you can do a job, if you need a very consistent income from the first day itself, I think you should prefer a job. But job has a limitation, because this is the advantage. If you have a consistent income, obviously in the longer run, the growth will depend on the growth of the company in which you are working. Okay, in which kind of work what you are getting, that growth depends on lots other factor. You may not get a kind of work which you would like to have. There's a limitation, it will be. Now what will be the another side of the practicing will have, in the initial time you may not have a consistent income, but in the longer run, if you have the work, if you have the clients, if you have the knowledge, you can explore it at a fully in terms of financially, knowledge wise, you can choose what to do, what not to do, which work I would like to take. That liberty will, it will be with you. So after 10 years down the line, because of the lots of work, you will be too occupied. Still you have a right how much you wanted to be occupied. So after 10 years, if I had a lots of work, I can say I will not do this work. I will not work on Saturday. I will keep a half Saturday. You can do everything, but in the job you cannot do so. There's lots of other terms are there which you need to comply according to the company. So that's the thing. That's a basic thing you need to take care of. But if someone would like to say, okay, sir, I would like to be expert in the income tax and also wanted to do a job. So let me clarify. If you're doing a job, particularly in a company which are in the business, so company having a business will have a very limited exposure of the income tax, because their yearly income tax return will be only one. Their income tax scrutiny will be very few. So workflow of income tax will be very low for a particular company. Who shall have the higher workflow of the income tax? That will be the chartered accountant in practice who have the income tax practice. So if you wanted to be expert in the income tax, you cannot do so while you are being in the company in doing a job, because their its job profile will not be of income tax fully. So you had to be in the practice first of all. Yes, you have option in practice. Whether can you do a own practice or you cannot do a job in the practicing CA firm. That option you can have. That's the first thing. Now, this is the part. If any queries there, please post the same. I will be glad to answer each and every one. And different people have a different query. There is no limit to that. So now, next question. That is very important. Okay, lots of people have a query. Which kind of work we should do? Okay, that query could be in the for a job also, for practicing CA also, who are doing a practice or who are doing a job in the CA firm. Again, I'm repeating which kind of work we should choose. Okay, done. Okay, for that, I would like to answer. Let's segregate the each and every work into two kind of category. First is a structured work, and second is the unstructured work. Okay, what is that? Okay, why I'm taking this example, I'm trying to give the answer which kind of work you should do in a job or in practice. Okay, so okay, structured work means the answer or doing a methodology of doing a work is very simple. There is no confusion, there is nothing new you need to learn for doing that work. For example, tax audit report filing is not is a structured work, because you need to file a report to this particular thing. TDS return filing will be structured. Okay, so those are the structured work normally. Okay, what could be unstructured work? That would be handling such kind of work wherein answer is not clear. For example, handling a project finance bill, wherein you don't know whether bank will grant the loan or not to that particular business, because what is the viability you need to explore. Second kind of unstructured work will be the operative work, income tax operative work or any kind of operative work will be unstructured, because outcome will not be in your hand. Okay, done. So which kind of work one should prefer, structured or unstructured? Okay, this is very, so let me explain the same with a particular example which I normally take in the sessions. Again, what we are doing, I'm trying to explain which kind of work we should do, whether structured work or unstructured work, what a kind of work we should do. Okay, lots of people have a problem that yeah, ये काम तो बहुत difficult है, I will not do that. ये काम तो मैंने कभी किया नहीं, मैं नहीं करने वाला. This kind of mentality lots of people have in a job or practice anywhere. Okay, to those people, please pay attention. I'm taking a simple example. Divyang and the Jay Prakash. Okay, so Divyang and the Jay completed their CA in, for example, 2010, and now they join the Jay Prakash, Jay and Divyang both join a particular different company respectively. Okay, so Jai package is 50,000 per month from the initial time itself, and Divyang package was 20,000 per month from the beginning. After 1 year, Jai's package is increased 50,000 per month to it is become the 1 lakh. After 2 years, it becomes 1.5 lakh. 3 year, it is a 2 lakh. And after 5 years, his package was 5 lakh per month. So yearly package is 60 lakh per annum. That's what Jai is earning. Okay, fine. Now, second, what is Divyang is doing? Divyang is also started a job. His first salary was 20,000 per month. Then after increased to 25, 30, 40, and now 45. After 5 years, his salary was 45,000. Okay. After 5 years, what is the situation? Divyang is asking a hike from 45,000 per month to 50,000 per month. And on the other side, Jai is asking hike from a 60 lakh of the package till the 1 crore of package per annum. Okay, done. So now there is scenario. So let's take a look on this example. What the Jai was actually doing. Okay, Jai was entered into the job. He was assigned with a particular the reporting requirement of the company. Okay, then he started a job. Lots of new work was coming into the hand, and Jai was very happy to take the same, though he was not knowing how to solve the same. And slowly, gradually, Jai's exact job profile is something like this. Now let's take an example. Company wherein Jai is doing a job is basically in the electrification work, wherein they are getting a contract from the government of a 5,000, 6,000, 10,000 of crore of contract, which span up to 2 years. So 3 years or 4 years. That contract got completed after 2, 3 years. After completion of the contract, that company has to put the bill in front of the government. Now completing the contract on time from the accounting angle wise is quite unstructured. So company has a experience that whenever that work is completed, for example, on the first day, to get the amount in our bank account from the government's account, it takes at least 2 years. It at least take 2 years to get the amount. Why so? Because whenever you wanted to complete the contract, lots of small tiny things are the accounting part, lots of liaising work is they need to do. It's quite difficult to get the amount back because lots of query would be there. For example, they need to raise the bill. Bill is labor plus inflation escalation clauses there. Material, the file will be 10, bunch file will be there. We need to present to the government officer. We need to explain that everything is properly documented. That then after the company will get the amount. Now company has a record that no one can get an amount in bank account within a 2 years. But somehow Jai was managing the same work to get the amount for the company within a 1 year, not up to 2 years. So is it unstructured work? My answer is yes, because there is no thumb rule that how to complete the file and to get the amount from the government for the company. So that Jai is getting amount within a 1 year. Now, for example, company's turnover is 6,000 crore. So can we say that Jai is getting the 6,000 crore 1 year earlier? Answer is yes. So now that amount is lying with the company 1 year earlier. So what is opportunity cost? Opportunity cost is let me say 6,000 अगर एक साल बैंक में ज्यादा मिलेंगे तो उसका हम फॉर एग्जांपल 5% कॉस्टिंग गिनते हैं, 5% इंटरेस्ट गिनते हैं. तो 6,000 करोड़ का अगर 10% गिनेंगे तो 600, 5% 300 crore. Because of the Jai, company is having a benefit of 300 crore because company have a past record of 20 years that no one can get the amount back within a 2 years. Jai is doing it within a 1 year. So what Jai is doing, that is doing a unstructured work. So now, so because of this reason, company accept the offer of the Jai. Now his package is 1 crore per annum. That's the conclusion. On the other side, Divyang joined the job. His job salary is increased up to 45,000. Now, what he's doing is basically giving the different reports from these ERP software for the production, salary, costing, and all these details. And most of the details which we learn, standard costing and standard costing, that all calculation were made by the software. Divyang was just supposed to fill the data, get the report, and present with the board of directors. Now, in between the times of 5 years gap, lots of time, lots of new work came into picture. दिव्यांग से नहीं ये मेरा काम थोड़ी है, मैं नहीं करने वाला, ये मेरा काम नहीं है, अरे यार ये काम तो बहुत डिफिकल्ट है, मुझे बताओ ऐसे कैसे करना है, ये होता तो नहीं है, जाने दो, मैं नहीं करने वाला. There's the attitude what Divyang has carried. Because of that attitude, Divyang was doing only a structured work up to 5 years. Now scenario is Divyang is not knowing anything much, so that replacing the Divyang is quite difficult. What the company did, company hired a new chartered accountant with a salary of 30,000 per month and fired the Divyang, who was getting a 45,000. So forget about the hike, rather he lost the job. what I'm trying to convey, whenever, in whatever you are doing a business, you are going to do a job, or are doing a practice. Whenever you do work, please do the unstructured work that will be most rewarding in the longer run. So, for example, my area is the appellate work. So, income tax appeal will be rewarding, yes, because that is unstructured work. Project finance will be rewarding, yes, because that is a unstructured work. Can you handle the merger acquisition in a context to income tax? Yes. If you can do that, that is unstructured work. Yes, it is a remunerative. But if you are doing a tax audit and return filing and asking that I'm not earning much, then obviously why you are not earning much, because you are doing a structured work. So my answer to all the query, which type of work you should do, the work which you find it more interesting, and it should be a unstructured work, because unstructured work would be more remunerative in a longer run. Obviously that will take its own time to get the kind of work what you are asking for. So I hope that it is interesting. If any query, again you may post the same into your query sheet. Okay, now lots of people have a query that, see, lots of people have a habit who are in practice or job कि भाई कोई भी query तो क्या करेंगे, किसी friend को phone करके पूछ लेंगे. So now what we are trying to do, first of all, if any person has a query and if you are a chartered accountant, what should be the way to handle that query if you have? Now, what people exactly do, people ask their friends who are expert in their knowledge. Okay, great. So what they do, they call them कि sir इसमें ये 194C का query है, इसमें क्या होगा भाई, इसमें query solution क्या है? He reply the same. And for timing, he get the answer. He don't know the provision because he cannot recall everything. Now, so he get the answer. This is the first way. Now, which method I would prefer? That will be second way. Always try to read the provision. This will obviously take a lot of time of yours. But if you cannot spare time in the beginning of your practice or job, believe me, you will not able to spare the time after 5 years or 10 years. And I had been in practice after 10 years, and still I'm giving a session, giving my time. Why so? Because that is always giving you knowledge back if you're trying to give the knowledge to others. It's a kind of karma things working over here too. I don't know how, but it's working. So fine. So, okay, how you should solve the query? Please don't ask your friends without reading the provision or reading the basic material. First of all, you should read everything about your query. You should have answer that as my answer according to my reading is so. Then after ask to your friend. Why I'm saying so? Let's take an example. Now I had a query of 194C. Whether in this payment TDS will be deducted. So I asked to Jay. Jay ने बोला हाँ भाई TDS अगर आपका payment 1 लाख से ज्यादा है पर एनम या सिंगल पेमेंट 30 या जो भी लिमिट है 50,000 से ज्यादा है आपका टीडीएस लगेगा. Whether answer of Jay is wrong? No, it is right. Now I asked the query. Now the Jay was not knowing the facts because obviously I am not mentioning all the facts. In my case, I again asked to my another friend, for example, Fanny sir. सर इसमें अगर ये टीडीएस लिमिट तो ठीक है पर रेट कौन सा लगेगा? फैनिल सर ने बोला अगर रिसिपिएंट अगर इंडिविजुअल एचयूएफ है तो 1%, अदरवाइज 2%. Whether answer was right? Answer is yes. Now both the answer is right in their respective way or respective context. Now what is the fact? In my case, actually, my company was making a payment to the another pharmaceutical company. Done. Okay. Now if that work is doing, that will be the, now in that particular scenario, what is scenario? My company is giving a specification that these are the specifications by which you need to manufacture the medicine. There were two lots, two kind of contract. In one contract, material was supplied by me. In the second contract, material will be purchased by the third party independently. If you don't have read the provision, let me tell you, in the second case, wherein that party is purchasing the material independently from the third party, that contract between me and that company, wherein I'm simply saying कि भाई आपको ये specification से दवाई बनानी है, so that will not be a contract as per the 194C. उसका आंसर मिलेगा ऐसे query पूछने से? Answer is obviously no. And believe me, if Jay and Fanil sir is aware of this provision also, whether have you told this fact to that particular person to whom you ask the query? Answer is no. So your answer depends on the question what you ask. So unless you don't read by yourself, believe me, you cannot get the answer. This is the first limitation. Second limitation, whether your knowledge will be increased by having your query? Obviously no. If you will not read, again you will have the same question. And in the first question, if your answer is wrong, you apply the wrong answer to another time also for the same query. So please, if you had a habit to solve any of your query, it may be income tax, GST, or MSME, or maybe Companies Act or LLP, any queries there, please read the basic things. Obviously, it will take a lot of time, but your answer will be much comprehensive. So that's the second thing which I would like to explain to you. Okay, so what I have covered, first of all, whatever you do, try to go for the unstructured work. Why business are more remunerative? Because unstructured things are there. Why typewriter is getting a less salary? Because work is very structured. The simple funda is there, which is applicable everywhere. So that is the first point which I covered. Okay. Second thing, for all the chartered accountant who are going into job and practice, please read your provisions. If you are not aware of the provision, ask your friend. Then after read the provision. Then after read everything. Then after ask the query whether anything is left out, because you cannot read all the provisions. तो हो सकता है अभी एक सेक्शन था, एक और भी सेक्शन जो रीड करना है वो आपके ध्यान में नहीं था, तो वो आपका फैकल्टी बताएगा या फिर आपका फ्रेंड बताएगा, तो ठीक है, पर रीड करके जाओ. Don't ask the direct queries. That will not increase your knowledge in a longer run. And lots of people, I think, just I had a talk with yesterday with the one person. He was saying कि GST audit चला गया, टैक्स ऑडिट है अभी तो इनकम टैक्स में. Believe me, yaar, tax audit में ना, whenever you put a clause, you are putting a yes, no, or not applicable. Believe me, no one is much taking care, and income tax department is not verifying it very seriously. So we are very lighter way that doing that work. Okay, so if we are doing that kind of work wherein we are not putting a hard work, so what will be scenario? So for that, I would like to take a simple example. Daily basis, there is a 10-floor building where I am residing. Me and Jay both are residing in the same floor. I'm always using a lift, and Jay is using that staircase. He's climbing a 10th floor every day for at least 2 times. Now, whose legs would be strong? Obviously, Jay. Okay, in a one day, lift is not working. Can Divyang climb 10 floors? Obviously, yes, but with too much difficulty. What I'm trying to explain that comforts kills your abilities. If you are in a comfort zone where you are doing is a very straightforward work where you don't need to apply your knowledge, there is no problem, then believe me, in a longer run, it will create a problem. If you are relying as of now, GST audit, a lot of people are finding it difficult because they don't have any other work. Why you are falling in a too much safer side? Lots of others area there. Ask the lots of faculties. IBC is there, forensic accounting is there is a validation courses is going on, there is a good scope is there, income tax, GST's consultancy is there, lots of areas are there which I'm not aware of. So please try to explore that area and don't fall into trap which is called the comfort zone. That is my third suggestion, that reading is the second, and don't feel in the comfort area. That will kill your abilities in the longer run. And believe me, you don't find it, you don't find that thing in a very short run, but in longer run, yes. Okay, now let me take my example. Okay, when I cleared my CA, I took 4 attempts, and when I was doing a CA, one of my friend was there who was called expert of the income tax. Then after when I cleared my CA, within 1 or 2 years, I started giving lectures on the income tax topics for IPCC. 2 years, 3 years. Then after become a faculty in the colleges. Then after started taking seminars for income tax for CA fraternity at a branch level, CP study circle, different associations are there. I started giving there. Then after anyone find me, ask me a question, my answer was really right. After 5 years down the line, I start feeling that my answer is too much right. And I can argue with any senior also. And why so? Because my reading was extensive. And believe me, if you are saying कि मैं read हर रोज करूंगा, वो possible होता नहीं है. There is another limitation. तो उसका आंसर क्या है? अगर आपसे read नहीं होता है, if you cannot read, try to take that kind of assignment where reading is a must. For example, taking a session for the fraternity is there, session for the students are there. Try to do that. Or if you are doing a job in a company, every Saturday take us call your all the employees who are falling in the finance area and explain something new to them. For that, you need to read. That's the way you can keep up the knowledge which is there, updates. This will be there. So hope that I'm making sense. First point, there will be structured, unstructured. Second thing, reading is must. And third thing, don't fall into trap of the comfort zone. There's a third thing. Okay, next thing will be there. What kind of work you should do? That will be job or your practice. I have answered that you can choose your area. Everything is fine. Lots of people are exploring the new area, not a business. Some people are also going being a RJ, artist, modeling is also there. Some are doing an academic very well. So your choice is there. That's from my side. And I would like to ask Jay, any question is there for my topic? Jay,
Yes, sir.
any queries there from your side which students may have?
I'll just check.
And one thing, one more thing. Sorry, just remind your query that till date.
Yeah, sure.
one small observation from my side. Lots of people asking, भाई ये practice करना है कौन से एरिया में करूँ, कौन से एरिया में करूँ. First of all, let me give a very practical answer. If you choose the area in the beginning of 2 or 3 years, you don't have an option to choose the area. First of all. So first of all, whatever work is coming, obviously I understand that you should do that, but try to explore, try to be available for your area for which you are trying to put the efforts. So for example, in the first year itself, believe me, I was really lucky that in my articleship, there was no exposure even of a scrutiny. In my practice, what kind of work I had is a appeal. Okay. So from the first year itself, I got the appeal work. Obviously, no. For reaching the appeal, there are two methods. First method, my father is having a CA firm who has lots of work, and that's why lots of files are there. And already he's outsourcing the appeal work to some other advocate or chartered accountant. So whenever I'll clear my CA, now I will handle that appeal work. But obviously I don't have exposure, but still will have the appeal work. Second one will be there. Try to explore, try to read a lot, try to handle the appeal, though by assisting some senior chartered accountant, by doing a job, or maybe by having a part-time assistance with him. That's the way you can start with. Obviously, you can do other work also if you don't have a full-time work of that kind of operative work. But in longer run, please keep up that, keep trying for that work. If you're doing that work, obviously in longer run, you will get that kind of work. Believe me, that funda works. If you are trying for anything constantly, this world in a structure in a way that thing or person will come to you if you're trying for that thing or work or person. So that is another thing. Yes, sir, please. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
thank you. Yes, thank you so much, sir, for addressing the students, and you very well made a difference between structured and unstructured work. So that was rightly said. क्योंकि सर मैंने भी काफी बार सुना है कि don't limit yourself to the one source of income. As you said, gave an example of GST audit, and in fact tax audit की भी limits बढ़ा दी गई है. तो this happens. So that's very true. Ki we should not limit ourselves to the one source of income. And one more thing, sir, you rightly quoted that check yourself first. Read your doubt, understand your doubt, understand your question, and then ask others to answer this. Right? काफी बार मैंने भी ये एक्सपीरियंस किया है कि मेरा जो डाउट होता है वो अगर मैं दूसरों से सॉल्व कराने जाता हूँ खुद समझे बिना, वो आंसर देते हैं और फिर मुझे होता है अरे यार ये तो यही था ना, ये इतना सा मुझे नहीं आया. So that happens quite often. And thank you so much, sir. It was a nice time with you. And now I would like to request Bhishan Shah, sir, Secretary of the branch, to give a vote of thanks.
Sir, we at Ahmedabad branch of WRC of ICAI are very much thankful to you for sharing your views, experience, and sparing your valuable time in this mentorship program. I am pretty sure that members, especially new members, are much more benefited with your experience, and it will also be useful guide for members at large. So once again, on behalf of Ahmedabad branch, from bottom of my heart, sir, we are thankful to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bhishan Shah, sir. And now I would like to tell all of you who are watching on YouTube that there would be a link in the description box. So you can write your queries, your doubts, your questions, your confusions in there. And we'll convey the same to Divyang sir and we'll answer it later on. Right? Anything else you want to know about, you can feel free to contact us, the Vikasa team, the WRC team, or chairman of the branch. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming here, and thank you, Fenil Shah sir, Bhishan Shah sir, for organizing such a beautiful session on mentoring. Yes, sir. Thank you.